Candace Owens continues to divide conservatives over her claims about Charlie Kirk's assassination.
She's put forth the theory that the suspected shooter, Tyler Robinson, didn't act alone. And she's also made various claims about Kirk's widow, Erika, and his Turning Point USA organization. Conservative commentator Matt Walsh pleaded with Owens to stop spreading her theories and going after Erika Kirk. Take a look.
What I am asking everybody, including Candace, is to please leave this woman alone. Let her grieve. Let her pick up the pieces of her shattered life in whatever way she sees fit. She deserves that grace. And we owe it to her, not because of any specific debt, not because we have no right to question her. Of course, we do have the right. But we have a moral obligation as children of our Heavenly Father to be charitable and kind towards suffering widows, especially the widow of a man that all of us on the right say that we respected and admired.
Turning Point USA was set to host a live stream event where the organization would respond to some of the claims Owens has made, but that live stream was abruptly postponed.
This does come after Erika Kirk, in a CBS town hall interview, told Candace Owens to stop spreading her theories, her ridiculous theories. Owens had previously suggested Erika was one of the only people who could get her to stop. Now it appears the two could be on their way toward making amends with one another. We'll see about that. On Sunday evening, Erika Kirk posted this on X. Candace Owens and I are meeting for a private in-person discussion on Monday, December 15th. Candace and I have agreed that public discussions, live streams, and tweets are on hold until after this meeting. I look forward to a productive conversation. Thank you. And Owens confirmed that the meeting was happening, saying, I am very much looking forward to this discussion.
Now, Erika Kirk also spoke on the violent rhetoric that has ensued in the wake of her husband's death. Here she was in the town hall interview with CBS editor-in-chief Barry Weiss.
Do you think our political leaders have a responsibility to turn the temperature down right now?
Well, I think everyone has a responsibility to do that, and I'm doing my part. I'm not in control of other people.
Well, again, if Erika Kirk thinks meeting with Candace Owens is the best way to handle this, then I agree with everything Matt Walsh said. She can do whatever way she wants to handle this. That she deserves support from people who love and trust and want her to succeed and are backing her. Candace Owens is certainly not one of those people, but this might be the best way to address her. I'm certainly for dialogue and discussion. I'm not for canceling or censoring or shutting down anything. I think Candace is a completely unreasonable person, untethered from the rules of or any standards of personal behavior or facts whatsoever. So I don't know that trying to convince her that what she's saying is not true and there's no evidence behind it, and she can't offer a shred of proof that that Tyler Robinson had other people involved. Those people, the Turning Point was involved somehow, maybe that Israel was involved somehow, maybe that the vast conflagration of global forces that are conspired against Candace Owens are somehow involved. It's all idiocy. But I wish Erika the best as she tries to deal with this completely unreasonable harpy.
Well, I think the fact of the matter is that Candace Owens has millions of people that watch her on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. And it's important to understand that while some people might be hate watching, there are a lot of people who might want answers. Some of that audience has to bleed and blend to be the same audience of Turning Point USA just by sheer the interest levels, right, and the way that YouTube works. So I'm assuming that a lot of the people really would like to figure out if there are any there. And I don't think that, I think that Candace is wildly off the deep end most times. In this instance, if she wants to have a dialogue with somebody that she was referring to as her friend and really searching for answers in a way that you don't agree with, or a lot of people don't agree with, I think she's well within her rights, especially knowing that she's going after and trying to target conversation with an organization that made their stake in the ground about more conversation, right? That's what the Charlie Kirk messaging was. That's what Erika Kirk, as somebody who's taking over his position. Now, there's a whole other layer to this of somebody who is a grieving widow and mom. Mm-hmm. And even when she took the role to take on Charlie Kirk's role. It was a lot to mothers and anybody looking at it and saying, wow, this is noble for you to do, sure. But at the same time, there's children and other people that need to be looked after in a way that they just lost their dad. So it's not like as much help as you can have, it doesn't take away having your mother present to help you figure out that incredibly tough time. And we've been seeing her so much and so often that it comes with some open door criticism like it would for Charlie Kirk as a leader who's been outspoken. But at the same time, the moral compass that Matt was talking about by having some grace and being able to be guided by somebody that maybe you don't agree with the way she's grieving. But some people get busy when they grieve. Some people try to figure out how to
100%.
Yeah, some people try to figure out how to not think about it 24/7.
Yeah, the people who are saying, I can't believe she... Well, and those people
there's a real conversation
have been
about that
aligned with
happening.
Candace broadly, saying that Erika had to be in on it, or it doesn't care, or it's something weird about it because she's not grieving the way they would expect her to grieve. I'm sorry, if you've not been through something like this, you don't know. And even if you have, everyone is different.
Right.
She is dealing with this by dedicating herself to fostering and building Charlie's legacy, Turning Point, to promoting conservative ideas. That is how she is choosing to handle this, and that is a perfectly valid choice. It doesn't mean she doesn't. Queen Victoria wore black for the rest of her life. That's how Queen Victoria handled the death of her husband. This is how Erika's handling it. Different people are different. That is absolutely fine. Candace is a vindictive ex-Turning Point person she has a grievance with the organization that she was not a part of it anymore, is what I suspect. And she is using this as a cover conflict. It's always got to be about her. And I know she has people who watch her, millions of people, and I don't understand. I would love someone to explain it to me, how anyone can take her seriously after this behavior, which I just find obnoxious and offensive.
So a lot of people do throw themselves into work when they lose someone they love. That's a fact. So I'm pretty much tabled that conversation for people that want to perpetuate it online. But I do think at the same time, the fact that she's going to sit down and talk to Candace Owens is probably a more ideal situation than Candace Owens hopping on that live stream and debating what could turn into an argument over point by point with some other leader of the organization. She said she had some semblance of a relationship with Erika Kirk. Candace Owens said Erika Kirk is the only one who can make her stop. So the fact that that's happening in private and then they can share separately
I predict
might actually
this will
come
not
to a
make her
solution.
Stop because
Who
can't
continue?
stop her,
I mean, at some point, if they come out with similar stories about what was discussed, unless they're going to publicly argue after this, then there has to be some questions answered and people should be able to move on. And if Candace Owens then chooses to still kind of retaliate on behalf of Turning Points USA to a grieving widow and carry on, well, then hopefully the audience is no longer into continuing to perpetuate this and supporting that. Because we should just get... Answers are valid for an organization like Turning Point because they searched answers and that's what they said that they did. So Candace Owens can do the same thing that the organization required of other people, but they need to display the answers and be in unison. If they're not in unison, that's a whole other chaotic problem. But if they are, then we have to drop it, or Candace should have some eye-opening data that she shares with Erika that really makes them both come forward with some compelling information.
Right.
But
I don't think
far-fetched.
Candace can be convinced of anything rational, but maybe her viewers or supporters can be persuaded that she's not operating in good faith and she's not interested in the truth. But she is going. I just don't even know how you debate someone like her, or have a conversation with someone like her, because she rejects like the evidence of one's own eyes and ears. She disagrees about what color the sky is. So it's not. I don't see how it can possibly. Or
maybe she's holding the secret information that she has that connects all these dots for the one conversation.
Oh yeah.
With Erika Kirk. And then
right.
we shall see. It's happening
This
today.
time-
So tomorrow, hopefully we have some details and we can discuss.
I think tomorrow she'll be as worked up about some new theory as ever, but we shall see.
Now, more photos have been released from Jeffrey Epstein's computer and email account. We'll look at some of the most notable ones up next.